I have two special guests joining me today on Primetime Local News. Kyla and Lyle Thomson are here from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Of course, it's great. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Well, everybody pretty much who has social media or lives in Saskatchewan or Canada or, even internationally knew your daughter, Bella, also known as Bella Brave, who passed away recently, which is just so tough for your family, obviously, and for all of us who loved her through social media and everything that she did. And you guys have now started a podcast called Beyond Brave. Is this one of the ways and one of the things you're doing to honor her memory and keep her memory alive?
Yeah, absolutely. We thought of this right away as a passion project and our Bella Brave legacy project that we want to continue for her in her honor, and of course to support other families like ours in similar circumstances. And it's really just a way that we found would be really, really a great way to honor her, I think, and carry her legacy on.
Yeah, we also kind of found so far that's been really therapeutic for us too.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a specific focus of this podcast, or are the topics whatever you guys decide you think you want to talk about that week?
I named it specifically Beyond Brave because I want to obviously connect it to Bella and all the ways she taught us how to be brave. But I also do want it to go beyond that. We want there to be a lot of different topics that people might not think of. Of course, a lot of topics that I have never shared on Instagram or TikTok as well.
And Bella was such a shining star. Anybody who had the chance to see her on social media and get the chance to meet her, if they were lucky, you could just see the personality she had. So and behind the scenes, I think a lot of people maybe didn't realize how much you guys were dealing with and the medical side of things too. So is that some of the things you guys will be chatting about too? Is I think maybe people who have kids who are in the same or similar scenarios to what you guys had with Bella, how to help them get through this as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We will definitely be doing that. And we really found that this is the best platform for that specifically. And we definitely want to continue that on as well.
Yeah, it's hard to get message across without, having long form content and TikTok isn't that, but podcasts definitely are. I think a lot more of that will come out too as we start to, have some guests on and moms that have been or families that have been in similar experiences as well as the perspective from like the medical community too.
Yeah, we want to, of course, continue. Bella was a big advocate and philanthropist, and we want to carry that on in the best way we know. I mean, she was the expert at it, so we want to continue that on for her in the way that she would love.
Lyle, you kind of stood behind the scenes for when Kyla and Bella were doing their social media. I see now Kyla has you on Instagram, and now you're doing the podcast. So, how do you feel about this? It seems kind of new to you? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm a lot more comfortable with the podcast. I'm not much of an actor. I can't really ham it up for the camera as much as like Bella could and Kyla can.
Yeah.
So the podcast is definitely more my vibe.
Yeah.
We created an Instagram account finally for myself, but
that was fun.
It was fun, but I still feel like it's kind of a headache sometimes that I might just pass it over to Kyla. We'll see.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys going to do this podcast on a weekly basis or just kind of whenever it strikes you? And do you have a bunch of episodes recorded, or where are you at with all of that?
We definitely want to keep it weekly and drop an episode every Monday. We're finding with the topics we have and the things coming up that we might even be able to produce more than one episode a week. We'll definitely announce that on our socials if we do for our listeners that are, committed to listening as soon as one comes out.
Yeah, we have a pretty good schedule. We're finding it. It makes it a lot easier just to be consistent and just drop them every Sunday night. So if you're, getting ready to go to work on Monday, you can put it on.
And the Bella Brave merch that you guys have been selling for quite some time now, that is still available. Is that a good way for people who still would like to support your family and the cause that you guys have in promoting this? And are there other things on the go as well?
Yes, absolutely. We want to continue our merch. That was a passion project that Bella controlled a lot of. She wanted to be a fashion designer when she grew up. And so I want to carry on. She had so many more ideas. And I want to continue that on in merch format as best I can for her with the ideas and the drawings and the styles that she had created that we haven't even got out yet. So we're continuing that on, and it definitely supports our family still. And so we appreciate that. If anybody that still wants to carry her legacy on by wearing her name on their shirt, that means a lot.
And now, what about Waylon, your son Waylon? Is he going to be jumping on the podcast too, and maybe more on social media, or does he like to stay away from that?
He loves it. It's so funny. He really wants to do TikToks all the time. He is used to when his sister would do them and he'd watch and she'd be like, no way, like get out of here, like typical sibling rivalry, and she wouldn't let him. Now he's like, and he's still asking, he's like, Mom, this looks like a lot of fun. And I mean, Bella and I always used it as a source of joy. We'd sit down and watch the hilarious cat videos or whatever pet videos that would make us howl at night. And that, of course, led to her wanting to make TikToks to make other people laugh. And Waylon caught on to that right away. And he's like, I want to do that too, Mom. This is really funny. Let's do some funny things.
Oh, that's awesome that you guys can bring him in on this too. And again, such a great project, the Beyond Brave podcast. If people are looking for information either on the podcast or where they can buy the merch or just more information on you, and if they want to log on to and join Lyle's Instagram account now, where can they find all of this?
What's your Instagram handle?
I think it's Lyle MT. You can just follow me at that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm all my socials are at Kyla CT, and our podcast is Beyond Brave.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate this. I know that Bella is definitely watching down and watching what you guys are doing, and just getting through this I know has been so difficult, but we appreciate you still sharing everything and helping as many people as you can. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for doing this. And I really appreciate speaking with you today.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity.